This happened during a lockdown drill. Except it wasn't a drill, because someone started knocking on every classroom door, whispering a name no one recognized. It was 5th period English, last class before lunch, and everyone was half asleep. Even our teacher looked done with the day. We were watching some old Shakespeare movie when the principal's voice crackled through the speakers. But his tone, it wasn't normal. He said, "Teachers, initiate full lockdown. This is not a drill." Instant goosebumps. Our teacher went pale, shut the blinds, killed the lights, and pushed us into the corner. Not even a minute later, we heard footsteps in the hallway. Slow, dragging footsteps. Everyone was trying to breathe quietly. Then, knock, knock, knock. On our classroom door, a girl's voice whispered, "Is Mia in there? Mia, I know you can hear me." No one in our class was named Mia. Our teacher didn't move. Nobody dared to speak. But the girl kept lightly tapping the door, like she was trying to feel where the handle was. One of the kids in my class mouthed, "Who is that?" Then we all froze, because the girl whispered louder, "Mia, I saw you run in here. Why are you hiding from me?" My heart dropped. No one was named Mia. The footsteps drifted down the hallway. Then the knocking started on the next classroom door. Then the next. And every time, she whispered the exact same line. "Mia, open up." Teachers were messaging each other in the staff group chat. Nobody had seen this girl enter the building. She wasn't a student here. She wasn't on any roster. And no visitor passes were issued that day. 10 minutes later, which felt like an hour, the police arrived and did a sweep. They checked every hallway, every bathroom, every exit. Nothing. They said the only open door was the side entrance next to the gym. A door that locks automatically, unless someone physically holds it open. The scariest part, the next morning, security reviewed camera footage. Every camera caught the hallway that day, except one. The one pointing directly at the side entrance. The entire hour of footage was just static, like someone was standing in front of the camera the whole time. But there was never any body heat, no figure, no shadow, just static. To this day, the school still doesn't know who the girl was, and no one named Mia ever existed in our district. Our substitute teacher locked the door before the lockdown alert happened. And the reason why still keeps me up at night, it was 3rd period history with a sub. A guy none of us had ever seen. Mid-30s, calm voice, really polite. But something about him felt off, like he kept looking at the hallway more than the class. 10 minutes in, right in the middle of attendance, he stopped talking. He looked at the doorknob, then at us. Then he quietly walked over and locked the door. We all laughed, thinking he was paranoid. But he didn't laugh with us. He whispered, "Stay away from the windows," before anyone could ask why. The lockdown alert blasted through the speakers, but he beat it by like 30 seconds. The whole class stared at him. How did he know? He motioned us to the back corner without saying another word. His hands were shaking. 2 minutes later, we heard running, heavy running, like someone sprinting past every classroom. Then a bang, our door shook hard. The sub pressed his finger to his lips. The banging kept going. 3 hits, 4, 5, then a voice. But it wasn't shouting, it wasn't angry, it was almost playful. "I know someone's in there." Tap, tap, tap. "He always hides in this room." Every student turned to the sub at the same time. His face was white. The person at the door laughed, a slow, breathy laugh that didn't sound right. Then footsteps wandered away. The lockdown lasted another hour, when police finally cleared the hallway and we were allowed out. We expected to see the sub talking to administrators, except he was gone, vanished. He never checked in with the office that morning. He never appeared in the district system, not even under a fake name. Security footage showed him entering the room, but never leaving. Police searched the room, the hall, even the vents and storage closets. Nothing. By the end of the week, school officials told us the man must have slipped out during the chaos. But the footage proves he didn't, and the thing banging on doors that day, they said it wasn't a student, it wasn't a parent, and it wasn't anyone registered in the building. So who or what did he lock the door for before it ever arrived? Our school removed the doors to stop intruders, so how did a man still walk inside during lockdown? Our school had this weird new safety rule where they took every classroom door off the hinges. Apparently it reduced hiding spots or something. Stupid idea, but whatever. It was a normal Wednesday, until the fire alarm suddenly went off. Everyone started lining up to exit until the announcement cut in. Students and staff, this is not a drill. Initiate immediate lockdown protocol. The entire school froze. You can't lock down without doors. So every teacher started panicking, pushing desks and cabinets to block entrances. I remember hearing someone mutter, "This can't be happening today." We managed to wall our opening with bookshelves and a heavy table. 30 seconds later, we heard footsteps, slow, measured, like someone was counting each step. Then a man's voice. Why did they take the doors off? I liked them the way they were. We all stared at each other. Nobody recognized the voice. The man walked past our room, dragging something metallic along the floor, scraping it, singing under his breath. Our teacher whispered for everyone to stay silent, but the man stopped right at our room. He pressed his hand against the bookshelf on the other side. You could see it pushing inward. Then he whispered, "You moved the furniture. Why?" I remember this room. The door used to be right here. He pushed again harder. The shelf nearly tipped. One girl in our class started crying, and the teacher covered her mouth. The man leaned against the wall and laughed. A slow, disappointed laugh. Then he quietly said, "You can take the doors away, but that won't keep me out." And he kept walking. Lockdown lasted almost 2 hours. When police searched the school, they found all exits still locked, no door sensors triggered, no forced entry, no footprints, no staff ID used. But they did find one thing. In the exact spot where our classroom door used to be, a tiny piece of wood, part of the old doorframe, had fresh finger marks pressed into it, like someone had held onto it recently, except the doors were removed over 5 months earlier. To this day, no one knows who the man was, or how he got in, or what he meant by, "I remember this room." But the next morning, the school quietly reinstalled every door.